Dear student, good morning. Today's topics are disaccharides and polysaccharides. So let me start the topic by the disaccharides. Disaccharides are the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give two same or different monosaccharides. So if we discuss about the three disaccharides, sucrose, maltose and lactose, so they have similar formula C12H22O11, but the structure are different. So let me start the first disaccharide, sucrose. It is a most common disaccharide distributed in sugarcane and sugar beet. Sugar beet is called beet sugar. It is colorless, crystalline in nature, sweet in taste, and highly soluble in water. So, if we hydrolyze the sucrose in invertase enzymes presence, so they give two units. The first one is D positive glucose and second one is D negative glucose. If we hydrolyze the sucrose in the presence of hydrogen chloride, so they give two units, the D glucose and D negative fructose. They have optically active units. The D positive glucose is dextrorotation, positive way 52.5 degree, and D fructose has negative deviation, means levorotatory. It is minus 92.4 degree. It is much greater than comparison than D positive glucose. But the sucrose has the nature of dextrorotatory. It is positive 66.5 degree. So sucrose is dextrorotatory, but after hydrolysis give dextrorotatory glucose and levorotatory fructose. Since the levorotation of fructose minus 92.4 degree is more than dextrorotation of glucose, which is 52.5 degree, the mixture is non-levorotatory. Thus, hydrolysis of sucrose brings about a change in the sign of rotation from dextro to levo, and the product is named as invert sugar. So in a mixture way they are considered when the two units we have, so they are known as an invert sugar condition. So student, the next is what are the structure of sucrose. So there are two units. The first one is alpha D glucose and another one beta D fructose is joined by sharing of oxygen atom. So first one alpha D glucose carbon 1 atom attached by the beta D fructose carbon second atom. So link is known glycosidic linkage. So the glycosidic linkage between two monosaccharides unit through oxygen atom. So keep this thing in your mind. In a maximum time in exam time, in a board exam, the question is asked what is glycosidic linkage? Kindly describe. So by this example, you can easily describe the glycosidic linkage. But in a simple way, if the question is asked, so you easily write the linkage between two monosaccharide unit through oxygen atoms. So you have seen the display. It says molecule hydrolysis units of sucrose. So let me start the another topic. The second disaccharide is maltose. It is known as malt sugar. It is partially hydrolysis of starch by diastase, an enzyme present in malt, sprouted barley seeds. So starch, when we hydrolysis of starch in a presence of diastase enzyme, they give maltose, the disaccharides. So when we discuss about the structure of maltose, so 1 mole of maltose give 2 moles of alpha D glucose unit. It is a reducing sugar, means they reduce the toluene reagent and Fehling solution. It is composed of 2 alpha D glucose units which condense together by through C1 of one unit and C4 of other unit. So it is the structure of hydrolysis condition of alpha D glucose is joined by the glycosidic linkage. So first one alpha D glucose carbon 1 atom is attached by the carbon 4 atom of another unit of alpha D glucose. So simply you have seen the hydrolysis product of maltose. So let me start the third disaccharide, which is known as lactose. In a word, you can easily describe lactose means belong to lactose, occurs in milk, also called milk sugar. So lactose means this type of a disaccharide is found in the milk sugar. So when the lactose on hydrolysis, they give two units, the two monosaccharide. The first one is beta D glucose and second one unit is known as beta D galactose. So lactose give hydrolysis after the two units. So when we discuss about the structure of lactose, on hydrolysis lactose give beta D galactose and beta D glucose unit. The linkage is between carbon 1 of galactose and carbon 4 of glucose. Hence, it is also a reducing sugar, and this is the structure of lactose. The carbon 1 atom of beta D galactose is joined by the glycosidic linkage of carbon 4 atom of beta D glucose. So, student, these are three disaccharides in your syllabus. Lactose, in maximum time, in a board exam, the question is asked, okay, which are carbon atom is joined by the glycosidic link and what are the hydrolysis product or what are the monosaccharide unit of the given disaccharide. So you can easily remember lactose, they have two units, beta D galactose and beta D glucose. First unit of carbon 1 atom joined by the carbon 4 atoms of beta D glucose or another unit. In case of second disaccharide maltose, they gave two similar monosaccharide, which is alpha D glucose and glycosidic linkage between carbon 1 and carbon 4 atoms. In the case of sucrose has alpha D glucose and beta D fructose unit. Join the alpha D glucose carbon 1 atom by the beta D fructose carbon 2 atom, and it's a non-reducing sugar. And these are the optically activity of the sucrose disaccharide. So student, let me start the next topic. In previous, we can discuss about the reducing sugar. So the question is raised in our mind, what is reducing sugar? So reducing sugar is a saccharides which reduce failing solution and tolerant reagent. So when you come on your chemistry lab, so you can see these two types of a reagent in the reagent tab. So these monosaccharides are reduced to two solution. They're known as a reducing sugar. So first we take the example of a monosaccharide glucose. When glucose is react with failing solution, which is COH whole twice plus ammonium sodium hydroxide NaOH, so they give intermediate product and form a red precipitate of copper oxide Cu2O. So the preparation of red precipitate is proved. They are reduced the failing solution. So these are considered as a reducing sugar. Second one type reagent known as toluene reagent. It is known as ammonical silver nitrate. Commonly we say the toluene reagent. After the reaction, the intermediate product are formed and the silver mirror surface appear on the test tube. So those sugar which are react with the failing solution and form red precipitate, and with the reaction with toluene reagent, they are form the silver mirror surface on the test tube. So they consider as a reducing sugar, mean they are react with the failing solution and toluene reagent. All the monosaccharide are considered in a reducing sugar. Also the disaccharide come, but the maltose and lactose are considered in a reducing sugar, but the sucrose are not counting. So what are the cause behind the monosaccharides reduce the failing solution and toluene reagent? The first one cause is reducing sugar contain alpha hydroxyaldehyde and alpha hydroxy ketone. Having free aldehyde and ketonic group, they are react with failing solution toluene reagent easily. And second reason is reducing sugar contains cyclic hemiacetal or hemiketal group in an aqueous solution exists in equilibrium. Relatively small concentration of non-cyclic aldehyde, alpha hydroxyketone. So you have seen on the display the hemiacetal group they are formed, and also the hemiketal if they consider in a ketosis. So if they aldosis condition, so they form the hemiacetal, and if they are a ketosis, so they are form the hemiketal. So they are reacting site and they are reduce easily the failing solution tolerance reagent. So this is the reason behind it. So student, we discussed about the condition of a non-reducing sugar, saccharide which do not reduce failing solution, and toluene reagent. These not contain free aldehydic or ketonic group with hydroxyl group. The carbon adjacent to carbonyl group, example in disaccharide, they consider is a non-reducing sugar. Sucrose is a non-reducing sugar because reducing group of glucose and fructose means aldehyde or ketonic group are involved in the glycosidic bond formation, therefore more useful for preserving food such as jams and jelly. So student, a point, the sweetness and belong to the sugars. So monosaccharide and disaccharide have sweet taste, therefore they are called sugars. Some other chemical compound are also very sweet, and for example saccharin used as an artificial sweetener is about 500 times sweet as sucrose. Second one, known as a protein, monelin, is about 2000 times sweetener than sucrose, and another is a peptide, aspartame, is about 160 times sweeter than sucrose. So student, the sugars are belong to sweetness, and many of substance which are not considered in a sugar but they have sweet taste in a form in our tongue. So we can discuss about the. So student, let me start the another topic known as a polysaccharides. These are neutral polymeric compound in which hundreds or thousands of monosaccharide units are joined by glycosidic linkage. General formula polysaccharides are C6H10O5 multiplied by the N value when N has very large value. Polysaccharides are colorless, tasteless, insoluble in water. Examples cellulose, starch, glycogen and dextrins are considered in this category. So first we discuss about the polysaccharide which is known as starch, when known also known for the amylum. It is a main storage polysaccharides of plant. Dietary source for human beings occurs in all plants parts, for example roots, seeds, tubers, etc. Main source are for starch is wheat, rice, maize, etc. Occurs in form of granules. Granules means small particles. So starch is a white powder, insoluble in cold water, means easily soluble in hot water. Starch solution give blue color. With iodine solution, the iodine solution you see on your chemistry lab, this blue color is disappearance on heating and reappear on cooling, means when we heat to the solution the blueness of solution is disappear, but after some time when you cool, so they regain from this color. So starch is a polymer of alpha D glucose and consists of two components. First is known as amylose, which have the percentage value 15 to 20%. This is water soluble unit, and amylopectin 85 to 80%. The ratio in found in the starch is a water insoluble unit. So let me start the first unit, which is known as amylose. Mostly in a board exam, the question are asked differentiate between amylose and amylopectin. So you keep this thing in your mind and prepare these notes easily. So amylose, it is a linear polymer of alpha D glucose, contain about 200 to 1000 alpha D glucose units which are linked to one another through alpha D glycosidic linkage. Involves C1 of one unit of glucose to C4 of the next unit. In a display you can easily see the units of. In amylose, the C1 of one unit is joined by the another unit by the known as a alpha glycosidic linkage, C1 to C4, then C1 to C4, and these after the O, it means it's a very long chain. So the sign of resistance are showing to the long chain polymer. So student, the amylose, the structure and the joining of alpha glycosidic linkage C1 to C4 next unit. Next we discuss about the second unit which is known as amylopectin. Comparison then first one. The first one it means amylose is a linear polymer, but is amylopectin is a branch polymer. of alpha D glucose, in which chain is formed by C1 and C4 glycosidic linkage, whereas branching occurs by C1 one unit of glucose to C6 of the next unit. So when we distinguish between the amylose has a straight chain polymer, but the amylopectin is a branch chain polymer. You have seen on your display. In amylose, the unit are joined by alpha glycosidic linkage is one unit of C1 joined by the C4, but in a amylopectin, the amylopectin is joined by the branch chain condition, and C1 of the first unit is joined by the C6 of the another unit, which is when it is in a branch condition. But when it is a state condition, so they are joined by the C1 and C4. You have seen on the display easily. Student, third difference, you keep this thing in your mind. Amylose is a water soluble, but amylopectin is not soluble in water, means it's a water insoluble property. So the structure, in an exam the structure is not asked to you, then you prepare the structure because it is difficult to form the structure, but we learn only the which carbon atoms are joined by the alpha link and which carbon is shared by the branch. So you can easily, by the display you have seen this, by the structure you can easily distinguish between and learn easily what are the relation between alpha link and branch condition and a state chain condition. So student, we discuss about the second polysaccharide, which is known as a cellulose. Student, let me start the next topic, cellulose. It is a polysaccharide found in plant where it constitutes cell wall. Most of the abundant organic substance found in plant kingdom. Dry leaves contain 10 to 20% cellulose, wood contains 50%, and cotton is much higher value. It is contain 90% cellulose. Cellulose is a non-reducing sugar, means it not react with failing solution and tolerant reagent. It is not fermented by yeast. It is not easily hydrolyzed as starch, but on heating with dilute sulfuric acid under pressure give beta-2-glucose unit. Cellulose is a straight chain polymer of beta-2-glucose unit which are joined by glycosidic linkage between C1 glucose unit and C4 of the next glucose unit. So comparison then starts. Cellulose is storage and they form the rigid part of the plant body, and they have the beta-2-glucose unit. So the structure of cellulose, they joined by the beta links. This type of a condition, beta links means they have beta-2-glucose unit, so we can say the B links, beta links. So C1 of one unit is joined by the C4 of another unit. You have seen on the display easily. Next we start the third polysaccharide, glycogen. It is a polysaccharide of alpha D glucose unit. The carbohydrates are stored in animal body as glycogen. It is also known as animal starch because its structure similar to amylopectin and is rather than more highly branched. Amylopectin chain consists 20 to 25 glucose units, but glycogen chains are shorter, consist of 10 to 14 glucose units. It is present in liver, muscles and brain. When the body needs glucose, enzyme break the glycogen to glucose, and glycogen also found in yeast and fungi. So as similar to the starch is stored in a plant body, so glycogen is stored in the animal body. So students, these are three polysaccharide you can study: the glycogen and the cellulose, and first one is starch. Amylopectin and amylose are the hydrolysis unit of the starch. So these are three polysaccharide in your syllabus you can study. Mainly in exam, the structure formation is not asked, only this type of units are joined to form the glycosidic linkage, and this type of question are related to this. So next topic is important function of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is essential for life, both plants and animals. Major portion of our body, example honey known as instant source of energy according to Ayurvedic system of medicine. So various type of Ayurvedic medicine is given to the combined state of a honey, because honey give instant energy, means give the glucose units easily on a hydrolysis condition. Second important function is carbohydrates work as body fuel except cellulose, because cellulose is stored in a plant body and make the rigid part of plant body, for example cell wall. Oxidation of glucose provide energy for living organism. For example, oxidation of glucose, they give carbon dioxide, water and energy. Energy useful for the plants and also in the animal. So carbohydrate acts as storage of energy for the functioning of living organism. For example, starch is stored in plants and glycogen polysaccharide is stored in animals. Fourth main function is carbohydrates, monosaccharide, D-ribose and 2-deoxyribose are present in nucleic acid. Nucleic acid control the transmission of heredity effect. Means this type of sugar is also found in the nucleic acid. In a because biomolecule chapter, the last segment nucleic acid are based on this topic, so we can discuss about this point. Fifth main function is carbohydrate monosaccharide ribose is an essential component of adenotriphosphate, which act as energy currency of cells during metabolism of carbohydrate, protein and fats. So these are the important function of carbohydrates. Student, how can you detect the presence of carbohydrates? So detection of carbohydrate, it's the last point of today. So first you take a 2 milliliter of aqueous solution of a carbohydrate in a test tube. Mix 2 to 3 drops of alcoholic solution of 1 degree of alpha naphthol, 1 milliliter of concentrate H2SO4. So you can see the violet color along the side of a test tube is appear. So this violet color is indicate to the presence of the carbohydrate, means substance has the carbohydrate in this. So the next segment is belong to your NCERT exercises. The first one in text 14.1. Glucose or sucrose are soluble in water, but cyclohexene or benzene 6-membered ring SM to the glucose are insoluble in water. Explain. So students, it's a very easy question. Glucose and sucrose have polar nature, easily dissolve in water because water is also a polar in nature, but benzene and cyclohexene are non-polar. Second question is, what are the expect product of hydrolysis of lactose? Easily beta D glucose and beta D galactose. 14.2 main exercise question, what are reducing sugar? Saccharide with reduced Fehling solution or reagent. For example, all monosaccharide are known as a reducing sugar. And on the Tollens reagent and Fehling solution reaction you can see on the display. The 14.3 question, write to main function of carbohydrates in plants. So carbohydrate work as body fuel, for example starch, and oxidation of glucose energy for plants is and need to requirement of energy are fulfilled. Carbohydrate act as a storage of energy for the functioning of plant, as the cellulose form cell wall in plant tissue. The next question is, what do you understand by the term glycosidic linkage? So the link which join to the two monosaccharide units when any disaccharide are hydrolysis, so they're known as a glycosidic linkage. So student, I hope this video is give the more information to you. The next part is what is glycogen, how it is different from starch. So glycogen is a polysaccharide alpha D glucose unit. The carbohydrate are stored in animal body and it is also known as animal starch, and glycogen has amylopectin chain consists of 20-25 glucose unit, but in a glycogen chain are shorter, only 10 to 14 glucose unit. Starch is a polymer of alpha D glucose and consists of two components, amylose and amylopectin. So glycogen is stored in animal body, but starch is stored in plant body. The next is, what are the hydrolysis product of sucrose? Sucrose give D positive glucose and D negative fructose, and lactose on hydrolysis give the beta D glucose and beta D galactose. Student, I hope this video is more informative for you. So keep the notes according to this segment We will meet in the next session. So thank you very